There's also a study that showed that like if parents are fighting and it's like a shitty relationship, the kids actually benefit more from the parents splitting. Yeah. Psychologically, the kids, if you're showing up shitty, the kids just are better off without a shitty dad present.
Yeah. I should just disappear.
No, you shouldn't. Well,
for all of my people who be fighting depression. When you think about your life, you can't help but to stress it. Counting all your failures, but never counting your blessings. I've been feeling lost and I need a sense of direction. Cover up my pain with them bottles and prescriptions. It don't ever work, the next day wonder why I did it. Trying to fight this battle, but can't escape what I'm feeling. Hard to open up when you can't.
All right, welcome to the next episode of No Eggs Podcast. It's been a minute, guys. Honestly, I have to say, like, I kind of miss hanging out with you guys. It's been a little while.
I miss this spot right here. We haven't been here in a minute. I mean, the last time we see each other was the Pickleball tournament.
Yeah.
And that has been
That's been about a month
ago. Yeah. So, speaking of the Pickleball tournament, what were your impressions of it? How did you guys feel about going live? Like, what did you guys think about being able to experience like a full pickleball tournament?
I think going live for me, honestly, at first I was kind of I don't want to say terrified, but a little anxious. But it went really, really well, and I'm very happy about the turnout. I think we all did a really good job. Dani especially with her interviewing skills and whatnot. I was playing pickleball. I don't know where the hell I went actually. We were reviewing the film. I was like, where the hell is Cam?
Yeah.
I went to go play pickleball. My bad. But yeah, you guys did a hell of a good job.
I think it's okay that you were playing pickleball because it was a pickleball event.
Yeah.
And so someone had to play.
You're our resident pickleball player, so it was you have to go.
Yeah.
And but like shout out to ACEL. It was a fundraiser for ACEL. And so great job to you guys and your team. Like it was so nice. Like they did such a good job organizing it. We're to the point where when we showed up, like we didn't have to do much. We just worried about our live stream, and we were just able to kind of do our thing, and they took care of everything else, and it made things like really easy. Like I can't imagine, being in your spot because you're the president of CEL, and then you're also doing the live stream. So you're probably juggling like these two like things at the same time. Like I would imagine that'd be really tough. So like coming from No Eggs perspective and only just being concerned about the live stream, like it was nice to not worry about anything else. Yeah, like so shout out to you guys. I thought you guys did a great job. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. Hopefully your team had a good time too. But I thought we had way more people than I thought
That you expected.
Yeah,
absolutely. I know there were. I'm excited. I'm glad players' families came out and there were kids running around and doing things, right? And no, seriously, shout out ACEL. But they were the backbone of everything, and I think that's why that turnout was so great, right? Because they really tapped into their network too, and I think their network hopefully really truly believes in their people now, right? And sees the work that they're doing. And so I think that's what really brought the spirit of that pickleball event. And so I'm so excited.
Yeah, they did a really, really good job. Like the tournament itself was just flawless. I mean, the way they ran everything, from the mix to the men's to the women's, and also shout out Score Hub too for having us there, dude. Like we got a chance to talk with the owner. He's a really, really great guy, telling him his story.
Out.
If you haven't seen it already, just feel free to go check it out.
And because it was like a 10-hour stream, and so we got a chance to talk to Sheree, who is the owner of Score Hub. We talked to One Family, two from One Family, and then we talked to like some of the winners, and like thank you for doing all the interviews because me and Cam were talking about it, and I obviously tried to do interviews earlier on.
He did, and he ended up getting a massage, and we were just watching like this guy.
Yeah, exactly. We were like, what?
I mean, this is
where's the camera?
I just realized like when you're talking to people, and if you've got a camera following you behind you, like it's just nobody wants to talk to you, man. Like, it was tough. So then I was just kind of like, man, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. But thanks for picking that up. And then I thought you did a freaking amazing. You
Thanks.
really shined through that. So shout out to you, Dani.
Thanks, guys.
Great.
And then shout out to all of our sponsors too.
Right.
So we had PIkNInja, Fuye. He gave us a
bunch of prizes.
a bunch of prizes. Some
We got to
paddles.
play the best game at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
For the
gotta
game.
clip that.
That
Yeah.
was
You gotta clip
so
that.
Oh yeah, that's
fun.
true. We do gotta clip that.
Okay, we
I
gotta
mean,
clip it into this.
I mean,
part.
it isn't that full video where you have to try to hit a ball at a certain object to win the prize. It was pretty fun.
That was so fun.
I failed multiple times, but
Yeah. I thought it was like I thought it was gonna be easier, but like even like the top level players were having a tough time doing it.
Yo, but the lady who hit 2 in a row.
I know.
I was like, Miss
that's
Matt,
unfair.
what?
Yeah.
What?
That was wild.
There's someone that won 2 prizes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh, right after I must have left.
You left after.
Yeah, I was like, man.
After he lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, so shout out to PIkNInja. They gave us a bunch of prizes. We gave them away. If you guys won a prize, congratulations to you guys. Shout out to Mai from Statefarm.
Yep. We have your pet over here.
One of our main sponsors. I think, without her, we wouldn't have been able to kind of do it. She
Yeah.
kind of helped us like fund a lot of that stuff and take care of like a lot of the live stream
Yeah.
for most of the day, and so, or for the whole day. And so shout out to her. Like,
Yeah.
she's so amazing. She came on, we did an interview. We got a chance to kind of talk to her and talk to her story. Like, what a wonderful person. And so hopefully we can continue to working together. Like, she's pretty dope.
She's amazing in the
Yeah.
community. Like she was, I got to talk to her a little, and she said she does these kinds of sponsorship quite often, right? Because she loves giving back to the people, and
Yep.
she really truly believes in that work. And I'm like, damn, I want to be like Mai when I grow up.
Yeah, she's
For real.
Because
Yeah.
the next day, didn't she do trunk or treat?
yeah, she's
Yep.
and we went there. We were part of it too. And
I was so
Yeah.
exhausted.
No,
I
I'm
talked
just
to
kidding.
nobody.
I'm just kidding. I got a chance to interview her and kind of talk to her.
Yeah.
She talked about growing up in Minneapolis and being a translator for her parents, right? When we were kids growing up in Minneapolis, like, catching the bus down to the welfare center to like translate for your parents. And she gets to act as that now,
right.
as a representative of State Farm, and to
Yeah.
help people navigate like that system.
Yeah,
which
because
can be
insurance is
tough.
confusing.
Yeah, even for me as an English proficient
Yeah,
person, like I'm
exactly.
like, what's going on
Like,
here?
you gotta pay a deductible? What? What's that?
Yeah, and so she gets to kind of like help, like especially like our parents and people from that generation to navigate those things. And so shout out to her. She's doing something awesome. She's doing something amazing. She's helping the community out. So shout out to her. We're so blessed to have her.
Yeah.
We also had EggFlip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Egg
Shout
flip,
out to Flip.
flip
Yo.
and Gina.
Flip that ass.
Yeah.
Yes. And yeah.
Flip.
You want to say that again? Say that again, Dani. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so Flip came through, like, and he brought us lunch.
Yeah.
So we ate the
Everything.
we had the lunch. We ate, he fed us during the day, and man,
It was so
I
good.
was full. I
Yeah.
was full throughout the whole day.
Yeah.
That was hella good. I was super anxious already because of the whole live stream thing. And sometimes when you're anxious, you have a hard time eating. That thing was so good still.
It
Yeah.
was so good.
Yeah.
I like, one of the things I realized was like, you guys were mentioning like, it's tough to eat on air.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were right. Like when
Dude,
I watched
you-
myself, I cringed so hard.
You killed
man.
it though.
Yeah.
You killed it, dude. You were in there. You're a monster.
Like I didn't realize it, but then watching it, I cringed so hard. Like,
And you
but-
gotta cringe at yourself.
yeah, you gotta be a little
You
bit
gotta-
cringy,
yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
we're in the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not only that, he also participated in the tournament too. I
Yes.
think he went towards
Yeah.
second element or the round robin, and then he did win that first game, so he went to the next round. But then ultimately they lost. But he played really well. Him and his partner Nate
Yeah, so shout out to Flip, man. What an amazing guy. He updated us on EggFlip. He came on the live stream a little bit. So he just opened another location in Rochester. He talked about his getting into Walmart. Like that guy's doing amazing things, man. And
Yeah,
so,
and if you're going to the Vikings game, they
Yes.
have I believe 2 locations there.
What?
Yeah,
At the
so-
stadium?
Yeah, it's a stadium.
Man, that's wild. I love it.
yeah. So shout
That's-
out to him.
Entrepreneurship right
And
there.
then our last sponsor was Troy.
Shout out to Troy. Yeah, it's so funny because like me and Troy we knew each other from college, and I went to college at Hamlin with one of his cousins, and so we like connected from, we knew each other from back in the day, and we weren't sure like, oh, like is that the guy or not, but he's doing, shout out to him. He's doing good things. He hit me up afterwards about like potentially coming on the podcast, so maybe we'll have him on to come and talk about the things that he's got going on. And it sounds like he's a big mental health advocate too. So shout out to
That'd be
Troy.
exciting.
Thank you so much for sponsoring. Thank you everybody that showed up, man. I think that you guys really made that first tournament what it was, man.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can continue to do that. And it sounds like
That
they
was so
want us
fun.
back to continue to do
Hopefully.
that.
Hopefully.
Oh,
We need to learn pickleball. Like,
yeah.
we need to understand it more so we can actually, because I watched a stream of it for like, a documentary on TikTok.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, damn, they're hella professional.
Yeah.
And we're just like, I'm still shocked that we talked for like 10 hours, right? But like, I was like, damn. Even if we live stream for just an hour, it'd be cool if we can actually talk about the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of our biggest like take homes was that I think our knowledge of the sport was so limited.
Yeah.
To me, as someone who is new to the sport, I thought maybe the audience, because the sport is very new, like I think they might enjoy that perspective. But I think the people that tuned in were
They knew.
we're
were talking
pickleball
about.
players,
Yeah.
and I think they wanted us to talk a little bit about
we
that.
also
So maybe
we were also lucky because Tang, the person that
Swoon
basically
Media.
managed, from Swoon Media, managed the live stream. He is pretty much like a pickleball kind of like a pro, and we had Lily online
Yes.
with us, and she was kind of
Yes.
explaining us. Yeah, so shout out,
Yeah.
thank you to you guys.
Shout out to Lily. She's the best, man. Like we knew each other before the podcast, so when she came in, we talked a little bit. She was like, "Oh, I'm not very good, and I'm just here to have a good time."
And then she won the
support."
medal.
And then she won the tournament, and I was like, "Wow, dude, are you kidding me?" And so I made her jump on the podcast. I made her talk about it, and what a cool what a cool person, and what an amazing story. Monk person. Born or like raised in New York on the East Coast, and then kind of found her way over here. So maybe at some point we'll have her on. So shout out to you. And then Tang with Swoon Media.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
What a
Yeah.
what a guy. What an amazing guy. And then two, like I think his he owns Swoon Media, which helped us kind of like do the live streaming and stuff. So he took care of all the background work.
Yeah.
Like his knowledge of and understanding of production and social media was so amazing. Like he was giving us like cues like all day, like, hey, do this, do this, do this. Like what an amazing guy, and super affordable.
Yeah, if
What
you
a
guys
guy.
need anything like that, make sure you hit him up. And his team is awesome too. The people we had there,
Yeah, like he had a camera crew follow us around with a camera. He had a camera set up on one of the courts. I didn't realize this, but watching the live stream, he filled in on a lot of times we were just absent.
yeah,
He just covered it. He was just a great sport about it. He just like was talking about and commentating on the sport. And so shout out to Tang with Swoon Media, man. And we'll put his information down below too, because what a good guy.
Absolutely.
And it was great because he plays pickleball and he's been playing pickleball for a while. And so he kind of knew
he knew
the game.
the ins and out of it. He started playing before everybody caught on too.
Yeah.
So he's like a veteran.
Yeah.
When we were talking about, he says he's probably like a 4 or 5 player, which is pretty freaking.
Which is pretty
That's
crazy.
good.
But you know what? He did compliment me. I would say when we were playing, he did compliment me. He was like, "Ooh, Pheng, that was pretty good." And then when he said he was a 4 or 5, I was like, "Yeah, I did it." But shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
And so I think the pickleball tournament went super great. Thank you for everybody again for coming. Shout out to my man Tutu.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Oh shit! Oh, never
Which
mind.
y'all
nothing.
still owe me
Oh,
push-ups.
shit.
Y'all still owe me push-ups. What are we talking about?
Oh man, I forgot about that. I told you you said his name.
Get down and give me 15, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
We might do that at the end of the episode.
yeah,
We might do that.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to the end of the
I don't want to.
episode.
I don't want to be sweaty now.
Yeah.
Yo,
exactly.
y'all can watch Dani and
I don't
Cam
want
do
to
some
scare
push-ups.
y'all
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
these, guns.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna have you take off your sweater and yeah, shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
And thank you to you and your team for
for-
doing it. And hopefully we can kind of do more, man. I've been kind of dinking around with pickleball. I got myself like a serious paddle. My wife a paddle, and so we've been kind of just dinking around on our driveway.
Yeah.
For fun.
I've been playing a little bit. I've been playing once a week. I'm actually supposed to play tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Before the Vikings game. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. I mean, getting there. A little bit.
Dani, did the tournament convince you to start playing pickleball?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Danny.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
Dani, you are the representative for No Eggs for the next tournament. What do you mean?
Oh my gosh. I like it. It was fun, but like I don't have time in my life. I don't have to pick
That's
up-
true.
That is the tough
That's
thing.
true.
That's why, like, me and, like, we just mess around with the kids outside.
Yeah.
It's tough to, like, go somewhere, and it's tough to,
Spend
like...
time there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a big commitment. I mean, it's actually one of the things we talked about multiple times during the live stream where, you can pick it up and play, but if you really want to be good, be serious, it does take time and commitment.
Yeah.
And, it's hard, especially for, you're a parent, you have children, you have
Yeah.
other different responsibilities. Bless you. But yeah, I mean, even me, I don't have kids and I can only play maybe once or twice a week just because I have other commitments.
Yeah.
And again, I don't have children,
Right.
I think, like, all that being said, I think Lily brought up a great point. Was, like, one of the great things about pickleball is the community.
Yes.
So then if you don't go out to a place like Score Hub, you're missing out on that. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a great physical activity. It's something you can do for a great exercise and it's something fun. But you really miss out on that camaraderie if you don't go out to these things. So, like, if you have the time and you have the capacity to, definitely hit up Score Hub. And the pickleball community was very receptive to us. As like us, like I understand like us coming in as outsiders to come in and do this tournament as a fundraiser. I can see where people would put up walls, but the community was great. And so shout out to the pickleball community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's welcoming.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
But yeah, so it has been a little bit since we've all connected.
Mm-hmm.
What have you guys been up to? I honestly miss you guys so much, and I miss just like being in this environment
Just talking
and just talking with you
chopping
guys.
it up.
Mm-hmm.
Dani, is it okay to start with you? Give us some life
Yeah.
updates. How are you doing? How's your mental health? Like, where are you at?
But life updates, so much has happened, right? I think my biggest life update is that I got baptized.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
tell us
I
about
haven't
that.
seen y'all.
Dude, yeah, that's a
since
huge deal.
That. I know. And I feel like I'm finally able to talk about. I joke with my small group. I was like, I'm coming out of the Christian closet.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, that's huge. Like,
Right.
first of all, congratulations. to
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congrats.
If you're okay with this, kind of walk us through like your mindset about making that decision, kind of things that led to that, and kind of, like, and where you're at now. Like,
Yeah.
'cause that's a huge decision.
It
And
is.
were you like religious prior? I'm sorry, I'm asking a ton of questions.
Yeah.
Because I do want to know. Like, I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah. I didn't grow up going to church religiously. My parents were not Christians. So I grew up shaman, actually, right? And so my grandparents, they were shamans as well. But my parents never stopped us from going to church because we had white neighbors, right? And they had kids our age. And so they'd be like, you guys want to go to church? And we'd be like, yeah, I'm going to go hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
Right. So I just went to church to hang out with my friends. And I'm sure they talked about Jesus. And I remember Noah's Ark and stuff like that. Right. But I wasn't absorbing it the way I am now. Like, I get up at 5 a.m. and I read the Bible.
Damn.
Oh,
wow.
my.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been
so
religious.
funny.
Or I've been, I've been
You went to
Christian,
church.
Yeah, my whole life, and I've never read the Bible.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, you're kicking ass.
I'm like full into it.
That's awesome.
And like, I'm just hungry to read the word and understand it. And I try not to be too preachy with people, right?
Yeah.
Unless they ask me like, what's going on with your life? And I update them. And a lot of times, like 10 out of 10 times, people have responded so well, right?
Yeah.
I would open up about my faith, my new faith. And they'd be like, oh my gosh, I recently found God. I recently, got saved. And I'm like, tell me more. So everything is aligning and life is just zooming so fast, right? It's like whenever I pray for something and I'm like, God, please give me the wisdom to see like where I'm going and what I need to do, right? And one time I was brushing my teeth because I was listening to this podcast and it was saying, if you feel like your God is like kind of guiding you to hear a message or to receive a message, there's a prayer you can say, and it's like basically, hey, what's up, God? It's your girl. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Is that how your prayers sound
Yo, my prayers are hella funny. I'll tell you.
Yo, God, it's me again.
Yo, God.
I mean, yeah, it
It's
should
me.
be casual and it should be like...
It's your relationship with him, right? And so like when I go to pray, sometimes I feel like I'm on a podcast with God and I'm like, today we got God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit tonight.
Yeah, the Holy Trinity.
Tune in to Dani's
So,
new
like,
podcast, Talking with God. Yeah.
Why don't you tell me about that situation that unfolded today?
Yeah.
And so the prayer, right? It's like, God, your servant is listening, as I'm ready to receive your message. And I should rewind a bit. An hour before I was getting ready for bed and praying, so he was like, I'm having a lot of self-doubt and da-da-da. He was like, I love the work, but, I don't know, conflicted. And he was like, the work that he does at ministry, they're a little more privileged people, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just they're in a better position and that's not their fault, right?
Yeah.
And then he also, because he's a therapist and we work together as substance use therapists, he's like, but I have such heart and compassion for my clients at the substance use and they have such great stories, right? And he's like, and I am so convicted to help them. And I was like hearing him and I was like, I don't know what to do to support him, but except create the space for him to let him express himself, right? And then as I prayed that later, literally I heard, don't question or don't think, just do. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. And so I immediately texted my friend. I was like, I don't know what this message means to you, but like, I'm feeling compelled to text you about it because I've been contemplating too, right? Like, God, why are you making me so hungry for your word, right? Like, what is my calling here? Right? And it's like, girl, stop thinking about it. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what is it though?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? It? What is it?
Well, yeah. What's up, God? It's me again.
I think that's so amazing just because like I think I grew up like uber religious and I think it just kind of it's nice to be able to kind of devote yourself to something and then like to have it give you like kind of a clear messaging, right?
Yeah.
Like some kind of like a core thing to kind of make your decisions and base your decisions around.
Yeah.
I think it's so helpful because I think as I move away from religion now, I'm starting to question a lot of decisions more so than I did when I was younger, because it was in the beginning it was like, hey, you do X, Y, and Z because it's it to be a good Christian person. You just want to make sure you're helping out others and you're putting yourself in a position where you can like help others, right? And so I think like having that core foundation is like super key. Like,
Yeah.
I think about that a lot now as a father now, where I'm like, I think it's time to get my kids involved.
I
Because-
know exactly what you're
Well,
talking about.
Yeah.
what religion are you?
I grew up like a Christian. We grew up we went to a Baptist congregation. And that was like huge for me and my wife's Barbara's like foundation. Like I think we connected and we bonded on that. And even still, a lot of those values that I learned early on, I still hold on to that. And there was a point in my life where I just hated getting up every Sunday morning. Look,
Yo, they have
look,
church online now.
Look, you like going into like Christianity as an adult is tight. Because you don't have to deal with like being like the stubborn, rebellious kid.
Yeah.
Like and
Just let me
and
sleep.
yeah.
For
And
sure.
and so like, but there, I do think about that, and me and my wife, we bonded so much on that
Yeah.
stuff, and,
And-
we have so much of these same core values that as different as a persons we have become as adults, like this is at the core. We share these things.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you know how you guys share that because that's what you guys kind of grew up in.
Yeah.
Like that gave you grounding.
Yes.
Right. And so to provide that for your children is so crucial, right? Because
Yeah.
now they have something to anchor them.
Yes.
Right. And it's not just religion, it is the word of God, right? Whenever
Yeah.
you impart wisdom onto them, it's from the word of God,
Yeah.
right? Which is like a compass and it can guide you. And I read the Bible because I didn't grow up on this, right? And so every time I read it, I'm like, oh my God, it points me in the direction I need to be going.
Yeah.
Because I read the story of Jonah
Yeah.
and when he gets
Yeah.
spit out by the
By-
whale.
by the whale.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then I keep asking for God for a sign, right? And it literally it points
Yeah.
me back to that same damn message. And
Yeah.
it's like, you why do you keep not having faith? You read Jonah's story. It literally
Right,
says
right.
it. It's like, you read Jonah's story. Why do you still have no faith? And I'm like,
Yeah.
done. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's so huge, man. And me and my wife talk about having our kids join a congregation or us joining a congregation so that our kids can have some of those core values.
Yes.
And
Now, I was just gonna say for me, someone who grew up entirely different.
Yeah.
yeah, because
Who is not part of the Christian community. Well, to be fair, when we moved to America, we did go to church for kind of like how you started. Like we had friends go to church. We just go to hang out and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then my family is primarily Buddhism.
yeah.
So then when we do eventually have kids, we do think about like what kind of religion, or maybe do we want them to select themselves, right? Like does that work, or do you push them into your religion? Like who am I to tell you to believe this one over this one? But even for me, right? Because I grew up Buddhism, but I still I don't have all the core values. I don't go to the temple. I don't do the offerings. All that. My mom would make me every now and then go
Yeah.
do it, and go do offerings for the monks and all that stuff. But even then, the way I grew up, it's more almost like atheism, where I don't really believe it too much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just kind of the opposite side that I kind of want to bring up too.
Yeah, no, I think like for me, I grew up with it, and there was a period where I think it's made me like a very rebellious person. Like I am the person I am today. Like I'm very like I'm a natural contrarian. Anything that anybody says, I just, for the fun of it, I like to just take the opposite side. And I think a lot of that was like my time in church where I was just like, I was trying to find every excuse to not go to church on Sundays. So then, like at 13, like I looked up like I looked up like Middle Eastern like Christian history, and I was like, well, the Crusades were like at 13.
damn.
I was like arguing with my older brother, like, well, Christians are
We're going deep
not
into
great
religion now.
because they killed billions of people, like in the but that being said, like I think at the end of the day, whatever people decide to do with these things, and whatever people like decide, however people decide to interpret like these messages, the fact that you're getting a message from that comes from a good place, and it's up to you to interpret it based on your life experiences, I think is so key.
No, I completely agree with that. It's just what is it? Live and let live.
Yeah.
Like as long as you're happy and you're not harming anybody else with your thoughts, yo, do you, bro? Who am I to tell you what to go do? What you gotta do?
But I think getting there, I think is tough, because I think getting there, I think religion does provide some kind of foundation, whatever religion it is, whether it's Buddhism, whether it's Christianity, whether it's Islam, like to have that core, I think is I think definitely allows you to kind of do that a little bit more. We're getting hella deep.
Damn, and we're just doing life updates. That's the
is
crazy
life
part.
updates. Sorry, y'all.
This is just Dennis. Like we haven't even got time.
Anyways, but that's the biggest one. And
That's awesome.
my dog is doing great too.
Hell yeah.
But so proud of you.
Yeah,
so
good-
proud
good
of you.
shit, Dani.
As an adult, like, can I say this thing too?
Yeah.
Can I say this thing
Go
too?
for it.
As an adult, like, you don't have to deal with like Christian guilt as you are a struggling teenager coming to age. You're not like, I just remember like, sorry, TMI, but like jerking off like in my closet, thinking like, oh my God, Jesus is watching me. Like, oh, he's watching me and he's judging me. And like, but as an adult, like you just,
It's like,
Sorry, guys.
yeah, you don't have to.
this is the need.
But
You know me.
again, but I think super proud of you.
Thank you.
I think that's monumental, and I think that I think it's just super proud.
Yeah.
Of you.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
I love it, and I'm so happy to share. And I don't want to push it upon people, right? I don't feel like it's. I'm not yet there to be pushing it on people.
Yeah.
I'm just sharing my story.
Yeah.
And if people are moved by it, then great.
That's great.
If not, then cool. Keep on doing you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because like I would say like I wouldn't consider myself a Christian now, but I still pray every night, and I still like I still think that I have a good relationship with God. Like,
And that's all
yeah,
that is, right? Your heart, and the Bible always talks back about like the heart, right?
Yeah.
I can talk so much about the Bible because
Yeah.
I've been reading about it.
They-
This is
alright.
Bible study right
in a
now.
future episode,
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
In a future
Religion.
episode, we're gonna have to dedicate a full episode to religion.
Well, because I went to school at St. Thomas, which is a Christian school.
Yeah,
I did take a theology class. I did read the Bible too, and I thought it was hella dope.
It
I thought it was so
Yes,
cool. I'm
yep.
reading these stories like Adam and Eve, and Cain and Abel. I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
I still know all those stories,
Yeah.
man. Like, I didn't read the Bible, but I know all the stories. I know everything that happened in the Bible.
Yeah.
But like, even if you don't have like any history with religions, like any of the big three monotheist religions, like Islam, Christianity, Judaism, like I think if you look into that history, it's such an interesting history. And like at the core, like they teach so many great values.
Yeah.
Like similar to you, like I took a Islam class in college. That was like my favorite course. Like, just
And it
because,
boils down to just be a good human.
yeah, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, yeah,
Just be a damn good human.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
and-
updates too. Sorry. Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sometimes I think it's nice because sometimes we don't always see the reward of being a good human, but to have something like to have like religion and the behind you And to think that you're going to get a reward in the afterlife, it does kind of make being a good person like a little bit easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we don't always
Basically,
kind of reap the reward
a quid
of
pro
being-
quo.
Yeah.
I do this for you. I get this.
You know, it's unfortunate, but like,
But in doing
it-
that and having that goal, you are just a good person, right? Because like you're not like faking it. You're not
And
like
you just feel good about yourself too. That's part of the
Yeah.
reward too. That's why people say there's no selfless good deeds. Because no matter, like, oh, I did this for somebody else. But at the end of the day, you still feel good about what you did.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and scientifically now we know about if you do something good, like what it does for your what it does for your ego and how it kind of builds up your self-esteem and like how it
basically
positively affects your mental health when
Your
you're doing good
psychology.
and when you're servicing others.
Yes, because when you go service somebody, right?
Yeah.
Even if you're doing it and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I have to do it. It's like going to the gym, right? You
Yeah.
don't come out of it like, damn, I hate this, right?
Yeah.
And like maybe you do. Maybe you need to work on that, right?
Oh yeah.
Like it's like if you go help somebody, if you even if you don't want to, even if you genuinely do not want to, even if you hate it, you're still gonna feel good after.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, 100%. I was at man, I had to do some community hour service for 'cause I got a D-dub, whatever. But I was like serving out food to like people and man, yeah, it felt amazing. And I just realized I haven't done anything like I grew up doing a lot of that stuff, but then I was like, man, now like in my 30s, like I'm just so busy, like I don't take the time to do that. But being forced into it, I was like, man, this is this felt so good.
We did the same thing. I remember like fresh out of college, I was still like right after I had a job interview, Kelly came up to me and was like, she goes, "We're gonna go volunteer." I'm like, "What?" And we went to Feed My Starving Children. No, we went to a few like it used to be like once every other week. She would bring me to these random spots just serving food to people less fortunate than us. And when I was like, but then when you're there, it does make you feel good. I remember this one kid that was in line and his had snot all over his face. I was like, is someone gonna clean his face? Because I'm just gonna just do it right. I was like, no, I'm not, But
so did you clean him up? Did you wipe his snot?
I didn't. I don't know if I was supposed to, bro.
No,
But
That was God telling you.
yeah, maybe I should have. But then it just makes you feel so much better. Even if you don't want to do it at all, but but it's part of it.
You come out of it like, okay, fine,
Feeling
that was
great.
fine.
Yeah.
Like that was not bad.
I kind of miss those days. I mean, Kelly and I, we've been busy, but we used to.
We should do a live no eggs volunteer one.
All right, we
with
got to
us.
do that. All right, Tang, we need your help doing that live stream. Maybe we'll go to like Feed My Starving Children.
Yeah.
Or something. Pass out some food.
Yeah.
But Cam, what's up with you? Life update. What's new?
Life updates. Let's see. Vikings suck. Timberwolves are
With the
doing
Vikings
okay.
gear
Vikings gear, but they're not doing so well. And I revolve my life around that, so that's a life update. Work, everything's been fine. My food channel has been doing a lot better. So I have been getting traction. Like this past week, I've got like 50 new like follower subscribers. So that's been going really well.
If you haven't already, go follow Kamueats.
Yeah.
On
Spell that.
Instagram.
KAMU, which is just you, just like Cam, you eat, and EAT. But I had my first collaboration with Sandwich King, and they were so nice.
Shout out to Sandwich Kings. Location, where they're at. What
Yeah,
type of
they're
food?
they're located in Moundsville. They have halal food, and if you know anything about halal food is bomb. My first time was having it in New York, with like halal guys and stuff like that.
yeah.
But it ended up coming back over here. It tastes just the same, if not better. But yeah, they're really, really good food. Very, very nice. So I met the owner, Mira, and her daughter. And I just had another message for another collaboration opportunity. So you'll probably see that coming up soon. But otherwise, life has been good. Wife is happy. We're happy. We're looking at more trips before ultimately forming a family and getting a house. Everything is honestly going the way it's supposed to go, so I can't complain.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, bro, it's
I'm
going
so
good.
proud of you,
Oh,
man.
thanks, bro.
Yo.
Appreciate it.
Cam's life is
Yeah.
go in the
Baby.
right trajectory.
Yeah,
That's huge,
love
man.
it.
yeah. Everything's going well.
And-
That's the
You
best.
know, I've known you for a little bit, and you've been talking about doing that food channel for a little bit, and I'm so proud that you're doing it. And like, And you're killing it, man. I think you're doing an amazing job. You're super consistent.
You are
Yeah,
consistent.
people are reaching out to you now. Like, I think that's amazing. I mean, that just goes to show, like, you know, if you want something, and you want to try something out, I mean, just go and do it, man. I think you are a great example of that.
No. You're. I agree with you because that's what you did too. So you kind of inspired me. Me knowing Pheng, I've always known Pheng to be a guy who says it, but he also backs it up. I've also known a lot of people that would say something, but 3 years later, oh shit, man, I wish I would have done that, or oh maybe I still can. And Pheng's he's the go getter. He's like, I'm gonna say this, and then in my head I'm like, I know this motherfucker's gonna do it. He's doing
a
it.
lot of action to his words.
I'm just dumb enough to like be like, all right, I'm just gonna go do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, life's been good, man. How about you? How's everything?
Great.
You got a beautiful ass new truck, but
thank you, man. Honestly, like I've been kind of in like a weird funk. I think it was a great year for the farm. Like I think we were able to do so much more, but we did a ton of work. So every weekend we were busy this summer. And we just haven't really gotten a break. And in my mind, I had set it where I was like, hey, in the fall I'm gonna get a break. And the fall rolls around, and I'm like, dang, we're still kind of booking stuff. We're still doing this and that, and I'm like, yo, we're still getting super busy. And then it's kind of like, all right, I didn't really get a break. And then now like winter's almost here, and we're gearing up for 2026, and I'm like, wait, I didn't even have my break yet, like, and so I don't know. I'm kind of in a weird funk. To what you said, like, when you set your mind to doing something and you want to do it, and then it happens, it's great. But I think you just don't realize like
how much stuff are piling up.
Yeah. Because then, and then it's just kind of like, man, like. I don't know. Farming's great. I love farming. I came out here to like hang out with my animals and be by myself and be with my family, and just kind of, this started as like the healing journey, right? I've expressed that on the podcast, but now it's like I'm not on the farm anymore. Like every weekend I'm like doing something, and then you just kind of start to question like, oh, like. What am I doing? Like, and I just had my third baby, and so
That's big.
Yeah, and so like we're taking a lot of time to like take care of her, and that's been such an awesome blessing. And so I don't know. I'm kind of like questioning everything, like, because at the end of the day, it's just kind of like, man, this was supposed to be a fun healing journey for me. It's now turned into this other beast. And is it financially? It's not financially working out quite yet where I can like leave my job.
Yeah.
And so, it's been such a grind, and, I've been grinding for such a long time, and it's just, and it's not just me. I put my family through all of this. And so I'm just kind of at this point where I'm wondering, like, man, is all this like worth it? Like at the end of the day, like, should I just work, farm quietly, and just kind of be at peace with myself? But at the same time, there's so many opportunities that have came my way, and in a way, like, I asked for this, right? So I shouldn't complain, because I've asked for this and I prayed for this, and I said, man, please, Lord, like, help me get to this point. And now I'm getting to this point, and I'm kind of like going, I don't know. And so it's kind of like
you're burnt out in a way.
Yeah, I'm definitely burnt out for sure, and so it's a little rough, and I think that's why I appreciate you guys with this podcast, because this podcast is like a creative escape from that, and it allows me to like not just think about that 24/7. Yeah, and this is another thing to do.
Well, hopefully this part is more like a fun release.
Yeah, it is fun. Like, I do genuinely enjoy hanging out with you guys, and like it is like therapeutic to kind of sit here and talk with you guys. Oh, that's the other thing too. Like, I'm no longer seeing my therapist.
Since when?
A couple months ago. I think I just decided. Well, I was seeing. I don't know. We'll have to see about this, but like I think what it came down to was I missed a bunch of meetings, and you have to pay the cancellation fee.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I did the math, I was like, holy shit, that's a lot of fucking meetings. But you know, it's like sometimes I'm just so busy.
Yeah.
Like I would get a 5-minute alarm to go, hey, this is your meeting, and then I'm like, all right, let me set up the kids. Let me feed my daughters. Let me set her up with a movie. Let me like do this so I can do
Dad
that
stuff.
And then by the time I'm done with that, it's already like an hour 30 minutes later, and I'm like, oh shit, I missed my meeting, you know. And then and so I think I'm kind of accepting that. All right, right now, it's not about self-help or self like care. It's just I need to take care of my kids. And that should be number one.
Yeah.
And you know, I heard this thing on a podcast. Theo Von had said,
Theo Von.
Yeah, shout out Theo Von.
But
man.
a
Are you
good thing
fan?
came from
Okay.
Theo Von. No, I'm
Hey,
joking.
Theo Von, great
You're
comedian.
a funny
but
ass
he's,
dude.
like,
Yeah.
very introspective.
Yeah.
But he was like, hey, you know, because he deals with a lot of stuff himself. But he was like, hey, if you have to just live for somebody else at that moment for some time being,
Yeah.
like that's okay. Like there's nothing wrong with that. And I think for this moment, I think I need to make sure my kids are good. I need to make sure my wife's good. I think she's been taking care of me for such a long time. I need to be able to kind of return that favor. And I've done enough work on myself too, where like I'm not a shitty person. You know, I've done enough work on myself to make sure like I. So I don't know. I'm kind of in a weird spot, in a weird funk, but we're going through the motions, and then I think, right, like I said, I think it's important to follow through with things. I think there's a lot. I always get to this point with a lot of my hobbies, right? A lot of my hobbies and a lot of things that I want to do. I take it to the point where like it's going to break, or it's going to like I'm going to do something with it, and then I stop.
Yeah.
You know, and so like bodybuilding, you know, I took it to the point where I was like, oh, you know, now I have an opportunity to really advocate for this thing and for health and yada yada. And then I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna stop. And so I've also done like a bunch of different stuff where it's like I've gotten there and I've built all these opportunities, and I was just like, nah, for whatever reason, I just kind of stopped. So I kind of want to end that too, and make sure I follow through with this thing that I wanted it to start. And so we're gonna see it through it, but yeah, I'm just kind of in a weird funk where I'm just kind of questioning a lot of things.
Yeah.
But and it's progress. We're in the midst of it right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how much of this matters, but I think you're doing a very, very good job.
Thank you, man.
And also, you know, just like you said, right now you are living for somebody else. I mean, if I were in your shoes, I would be the same thing. Like I'm doing this for my kids and my wife. It's no longer about me. But I also view it as temporary, you know, because once they get like what 10, 11, you're gonna be flying, bro. You're just gonna be chilling. They can take care of themselves, and that's when you kind of can work on yourself more than you already do every now and then.
Yeah.
For me, I always view everything as a balance. You do this for them, and then maybe you'll have an hour to yourself, 2 hours to yourself, just to kind of rejuvenate a little bit, you know?
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing where I'm kind of like, man, like, let me just enjoy this moment with my kids. They talk about the first 4 years of your kids' life being so pivotal and important. Like, let me just enjoy this with them. Like, this thing that I'm doing. Yes, I love it. Yes, I'm having fun with it. And yes, there's lots of great opportunities. But it's also taking me away from this thing that, you know, like I said, I got a lot of daddy issues. So I want to make sure I'm there and present for my kids. So let me just enjoy that. But I don't know. At the same time, you know what? Do I want to drop the ball on another thing, on another opportunity that I've worked so hard to put myself in a position to do so? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
No, I Pheng, thank you so much for sharing and for being so vulnerable, right? And I think that's what this podcast is all about, right? Like, I'm so happy that everything's working out in Cam's life. And that's perfect, right? And I love that. And I love to celebrate all those great things too. And my life is amazing too, right? But like, to talk about like, man, let's get real. Like, life is great, right? Life is great. Life is lifing, and you are having all the opportunities. But then, like, also, I love that you were able to say, like, also, it's still painful to live through it, right? Because, like, here you are now, I'm sensing guilt, right? That's coming up because you originally had this plan to live out here so that you can actually dedicate time to your family, right? And now, like, your passion for your farm is giving you all these opportunities, right? And you don't want to say no to that, right? And then so now you have to, like, choose, and that's where the guilt is coming up, right? And you mentioned daddy issues, right? And so, like, that leads me to there's shame in there somewhere, because that if your daddy issues are coming up, there's a story in there about the shame that's coming up, right? So what is this? And I don't know if that's resonating.
Yeah. Oh, no, for sure. Because like, dude, I don't want to be a shitty daddy.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I'm also understanding, like there's so many moving parts that, like, I do understand, like, man, is it easy? Is it easier? I get why people just walk away. Yeah. I get it.
From
because
being a dad,
doing all this stuff. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it, because I'm like, dude, like, if
it's tough.
I didn't, like,
it's tough.
Like, I'm starting,
and I'm not even a daddy.
Yeah. And so it's allowed me to be like, oh yeah, I forgive my dad. I mean, I've been forgive his ass, but you know, it is what it is.
Can I come from the other side, where it's like, I get it, but I also don't get it. That's for fucking kids. You're an asshole.
But, no. I dude, because, like, you know,
I think that's why the guilt comes up too, right? Because you don't want to be that asshole. You don't want to be labeled as, like,
because you're just so ambitious, and you just kind of get to this point where it's like, yo, like, I work so hard for this thing, and it's just kind of like, would it be better if I didn't have to pick between these two things?
I'm gonna go for some. I'm gonna go for milk real quick.
Yeah.
Do we need groceries?
Yeah. But I don't know. It's tough, but at the same time, like,
you're not the only one experiencing that too, right? And so, like, I love that you're able to express it and talk about it, because, like, how do you choose, right? Yeah. And so I learned this new thing on this podcast. The guy was talking about, he doesn't believe in, I know you said balance, right? But he's like, I don't believe in balance. I believe in harmony. So, like, one day I have to take that role of, you know, father. So the farm is on the back end, right? Yeah. And some days I have to take on that role of entrepreneur, and then the family is on the back burner. But it doesn't mean that priorities cannot shift, right? And so it's not about, like, okay, how do I balance the farm and the family, but how do I create harmony around the two, right? So, like, that you understand in your mind, and so your body starts to trust it, and it's so important, because, like, you have so much. It's not only farm or family, right? But, like, you have both. And you have podcasts, and you have other things, other obligations too, right? You need to have your own social life too, because, like, you're not just an entrepreneur. You're not just a dad. You're not just a husband, right? Yeah. But
we need a guys' night. You ready tonight? You ready?
Yeah. No, but I think like I don't know. It at the same time, I think this is what I wanted. This is a blessing. I'm in a great position, and we're just about to, like, do something really fantastic in the community. But at the same time, it's just, I don't know. You get these feelings of, like, guilt, to where it's like, dang, I should just want to. I should just hang out with my kids, you know, and, you know. But, like, you know, you get to these, this point where you make the decision of your business and your family, and you end up choosing both. And I've chosen both, where those are non-negotiables and non-compromisable. So I've dedicated time to that, to my business. I've dedicated time to my family, and then my full-time job, and then the podcast. And so those are all my non-negotiables. And then at some point, the only thing that gives up is your sleep. And so when you are on 3 hours of sleep every day for the past 4 years, it kind of messes with your head a little bit, and you kind of go, man, like,
guys,
how much of this how much longer can I do of this?
Can I tell you something I just heard? It's so funny. I was listening to this podcast and it talked about how lack of sleep also contributes to lack of testosterone.
Yeah. Well,
Is that why you got a truck?
thank God I'm just...
Is that why you got a truck?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got the truck to compensate for my lack of testosterone, man.
No, but like it really does affect you.
For
and
sure, yeah.
they say like your sleep is your foundation. So if your sleep, like diet and all of that matters, but sleep, right? Sleep is so crucial. So if you're only getting about 4 hours of sleep, your brain isn't
you're literally killing yourself.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You're leading yourself closer to your death. So yes, family and farm and all of that is important, but prioritize your sleep too, right? Because you can't show up if you're running on 3 hours. You're not a present father or entrepreneur.
But I wonder, I don't know, this isn't backed by any science or anything, but like I wonder what's worse for your testosterone, right? Lack of sleep or just not being a present father? Because I feel like
lack of sleep.
I feel like
it's science,
but I feel like
it's science.
Being a present father, you know, there's a manliness to that.
Yeah, but that's
being super present.
Well, psychological.
There's a being able to sacrifice yourself for your family.
Well,
there's something about that makes me feel good and manly. It makes the testosterone ooze from my freaking
your cells, your freaking skin. Well, there's a lot of different theories or things where you can be as manly as don't go to the doctors. Why you need to go to doctors? Wait till you're about to die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or don't go to dentists. You don't need teeth.
Yeah, it's my toxicity.
Who am I to go outside and ask other people for direction? I'd rather be lost for hours.
Yeah.
You know, but
But you know,
so
this is
society
being a present father, though.
Yeah.
This isn't being asking for directions because you're too manly. This is like, hey, I gotta do this thing so my kids will be all right.
If you don't get that sleep, if you're lacking sleep, right, you're not showing up present. You're crabby, and your and emotions, your mood fluctuations are a lot more volatile. Yeah. Right.
And you know who pays for that is your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Because your kids
get
to experience the
trauma.
worst of you.
Exactly.
You know? And then
Did you know there's also a study that showed that like, should I say that? Never mind.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. If parents are fighting and it's like a shitty relationship, the kids actually benefit more from the parents splitting. So that also says psychologically the kids, if you're showing up shitty, the kids just are better off without a shitty dad present.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I should just disappear.
No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't.
They'd be better off without me.
No, not even. You know what?
Anyway, no.
That's
the conclusion of this.
That's
what we concluded from this.
This is Pheng's goodbye episode.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
No, but this is a perfect segue into what we're going to talk next, right? The Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Season 5 coming out because they face so many psychological problems, and your favorite character Billy is like he takes on that dad role because he finally steps up as the older brother and sacrifices
right before
himself.
He dies.
You don't need to sacrifice yourself like that.
But how cool would that be though?
You would go out as a
that is the ultimate story arc.
You would go off as a legend.
I know, dude.
Okay, a Demogorgon has to come out and eat you then. Yeah. That's the only way you can go.
Ultimate sacrifice, man. That's ultimate sacrifice.
It's for all of my people who be fighting depression. When you think about your life, you can't help but to stress it. Counting all your failures, but never counting your blessings. I've been feeling lost and I need a sense of direction.